So why'd you make me come down here and get on camera?
Because I figured that this was about the only way that I could actually force a decision. We've been working for weeks to try and figure out what we're actually going to go buy and make an offer on, and we have been going in circles.
Honey, it's been 4 months.
It's been 4 months. Okay, I'm being generous. So at this point, we kind of need some pressure, so let's see what pressure does, and let's go for it.
So we're going to talk about this now and make a decision on what we're buying right now.
So before she shows you this, here's your opportunity. Put some money down in the comments below and see if you can't predict where we're going to end up.
Last time we talked about the, 9 units that we're actually considering.
From a couple of hundred that's in the spreadsheet.
9. Okay, so we have 4 Alliances and 5 Brinkleys that we are considering right now. And I think we need to start out by, my gut, to be quite honest with you, Matt, is that I think that we need 2 restrooms. We need 2 bathrooms.
Two toilets or two full bathrooms?
2 toilets at a minimum. Okay. I'm not as concerned with the shower. We can schedule in showers for family. It's not that big of a deal. But I think having an extra place that people can use the restroom would be a good thing.
I think that that's fair, and I think for 2 reasons. One, certainly going to Alaska with 4 adults or camping with family, right? Either your dad or my mom, being a little bit older. Sometimes needing to get to a restroom quickly is important. And then for us, I think also it's something that would make it a little easier coming back in when we're camping full time and we're full timing, and you come back after a 5-hour boat ride and it's like.
Or even going down the road and pulling off so that you can go to the bathroom real quick. If you're not like at a rest stop that you can actually use the rest stop bathroom,
right? You
could go 2 directions and get done that much quicker, right?
Right.
So there are a lot of reasons that I just think we should go with 2. Are you opposed to that?
I'm okay with that. Because let's be honest, right? This list that we have, if you were to walk up to us on anyone and say, we're going to cut you a great deal on these and give you an opportunity. But it has to be
this specific model. We'd go, sure.
Sure, no problem, right? I mean, these are all good options.
These are all good options.
There's no perfect option in here. There's pros and cons on all of them, so I think any of them are fine. And one of the reasons it's taken us 4 months is that it's hard to make a decision when you're down to being no clear winner.
Well, and let's be honest, we had one added in the 4 months.
Right.
Or 2. I think the 3515 came out too. So it's not going to get better. We're just going to have more things added at this point. We need to make a decision.
Right.
So we are taking the 340 RL off of our list.
Okay.
And all of the Brinkley couples coaches. Every single one. Including that new 3300 that looks so awesome.
Oh.
Okay, I'm over it. I'm over it.
Okay.
So from there, what do you think we should do?
Well, let's take a look. 370 FB, right?
Okay.
So that's the beautiful one with the great owner's spa, I think of it.
The owner's retreat,
The owner's retreat up front. Owner's retreat. We've been watching too many International House Hunters.
Yes, we have.
So, but I think my concern is that one, does it have a powder room on the main floor?
Yes.
Okay.
Everything has a powder room at this point.
But that one is on the main floor. But the problem is that the guest bedrooms, the non-paying guests, are really close together. And for your dad or my mom, who might be camping with us, they're kind of camping. They're sleeping out in the middle of the floor.
Well, they are, but they both said that they would be okay with that.
Right.
So I mean, and if it's just the one person, only one coat sofa would be out, and they wouldn't be touching.
Right.
So it's only when you have 2 adults, like my dad and my sister out there,
right,
that they would be touching, and they're also right next to each other, which is fine in my family. We share hotel rooms, but
Right.
yeah.
From an access perspective, when Stephanie is there and your dad is there, to get off the bed,
Yeah, they can go to the bathroom, but if they want something to drink, they have to go back on the bed to go to the kitchen.
Right. That's right. That's right. It was, you can't, it's limited access with both, and it wouldn't be that often, but it's still moving around at night. So I think that as much as I'd love to have that incredible owner suite, I think that for the next couple of years, it's not the right floor plan for us. Okay.
Okay, so we've already determined the 3950 is a great floor plan for the next couple of years. So let's skip that one for a minute because we know it's a good floor plan for the next couple of years. The 3950 DS.
The 395 DS.
Sorry, 395 DS.
Okay.
That one is, of all of them, is probably the perfect Alaska coach.
I would agree.
But it is not the best coach long term for us. But I think we should leave it on there for now.
Right.
Okay. What about the 44V14? How are you going to feel when you have to go into that master bathroom all the time?
Definitely a problem. Right. It's as you said, there's no storage in it. It's not laid out well for us in the way we kind of want to, maneuver in that bathroom. The living room is pretty well laid out. Right, we like the kitchen area was okay.
There's not really comfortable seating for everyone to be in there in the evenings.
Right, if we're full with 4 adults, it's
tight.
It's tight because it's basically, as I recall, 2 and 2.
You want to know what my okay? So I'm not fond of the bathroom. That's my number 1 con. But my number 2 con.
Sure.
I don't like the colors for 25.
Ah, that's right. The 25 colors. You're right. I think
dark.
It's dark. Yeah, I think given we've got a couple other toy hauler options, I think we take that one off. Okay, so that leaves us the 395 DS and then the new Brinkley toy haulers, the 3970 and the 4100.
And the 4100.
Okay, so the 3970 has the full bath in the back.
Yeah.
Tall. It's big. It's definitely a great upgrade for the non-paying guests.
So yeah, if I'm looking at that versus the 39 DS, the 390 DS, right? They're both really good. I mean, both have full bathrooms. Both have. I actually think the sleeping may be better in the 3970, Matt.
Right. But the problem with the benefit to the toy haulers, both the 3970 and the 4100, is that flex space is actually flex space. We can do a little bit more with it, right? The 395 DS is single use unless we go and we involve a bunch of ripping out and construction and changing it to use it for something other than a bedroom.
Okay, right. So if we could get a used 395.
Yes.
Yes.
Right.
Which, by the way, we can't because I just looked.
Oh, okay. Well, but that doesn't mean that over the next... I mean, we certainly have met a lot of really nice dealers over the last couple of months. We might be able to go off and say, hey, put us on your list for a 395. If you get something that's in good shape, give us a call. And now that we have the truck, we can go cross-country, which we've already proven we can do, to go find it. So we're no longer so limited to being within the local area that we could pay someone to bring it to us, right?
Right.
So I think that's...
So where are we putting Stephanie in the 395?
Okay, so the 395 would be second bedroom the downstairs bedroom would be for your dad. We would be up a couple of stairs. And Stephanie, when she's there, isn't going to be there for more than a couple of weeks. So we have to get a blow-up mattress, right? But the thing is that the thing is that it's only for a little bit of time, and so we can make it work. right. I mean,
We can make it work. No question about Alaska. I think it'll work.
right.
I mean, she might be okay getting up in the loft. We would have to try it. I'm not going to, I haven't crawled up there yet. So I would have to see if I can get up there to see if she could get up there.
Right. But that's definitely a con. But for a used one at the right price that we could turn around and use for, essentially, if we could buy a used one and then sell it a year later for roughly what we paid for. I mean, we could almost go to Alaska for almost free.
Okay.
In terms of capital.
So how long do we give ourselves to find that?
I don't know. We need to think about that.
Okay.
So I think that's a pro, but then the con is that, yes, you could get it cheaper, but you're then also relying on, did someone else take care of it? What's the cleanliness inside? So I think that's a major con for that. Right?
Yeah. And we might have to do painting, and we may have to do,
Right.
it may be us going up the Alcan actually fixing things.
Right.
So yeah.
Right.
Or redecorating.
Right.
Okay.
So that's not a strong pro, and obviously something I'm really interested in.
Okay.
So the 4100, that's your favorite.
By far.
Absolutely. Why?
It is a couples coach with a toy hauler. With a garage. The only downside that for me, the only one that's there is the Murphy sink.
Right.
I hate those Murphy sinks. But I wouldn't be using that bathroom.
Right.
So I would just pretend like it had a regular sink and not worry about what people are doing back there.
Right. So
And keep a lot of Clorox cleanups back there.
right. So we're down to three choices. We need to think about it, I think, and I think I know where we're going to end up. But let's take a second and think about it.
And now we're coming back to RV Hunters International.
We've seen a lot of good RVs.
We've seen a lot of good RVs. Of the three we have, which one would you like to eliminate?
Okay, I'm going to eliminate the potential to use 395DS. I think that it is. I think that the risk of buying something used, I've never bought a used car in my life, and this would be a lot more maintenance. It's a lot harder to check out. I also don't like the idea that, if we were to keep it, we'd have to gut the back in order to do anything with it.
Yeah,
Right.
and realistically, I think you are going to get a Can-Am at some point.
Right.
I just think that we'd be better off with a couples coach than we would with this right now. So I agree, and I did scratch it off the list. He said it. I'm like, I'm not fighting him on that one. Let's see if he fights him on the one I think we should do. Okay. Okay. So now, by the way, we're buying a Brinkley.
Yes, absolutely.
In case I'm the only person that just registered on, oh my God, we're buying a Brinkley. Okay. So now we have to go between the one that is lovely and awesome and has a U-shaped sofa and rings all the bells and has 2 full baths.
Right.
And that I should be my favorite, right? Because and the one that actually is my favorite. So I guess let's start with talking about the 4100.
Okay.
I love the kitchen. Okay, so it's a 3100 with a garage. I love the kitchen in the 3100.
Right.
To me, it is the perfect mix of toy hauler and couples coach. And if it wasn't for going to Alaska, I'd be telling you to buy the 30, because I think it's your favorite too.
Yeah. It's of the two, the kitchen is my favorite on it. It's more of what we want, but I actually agree with you that for the next couple of years, right, with guests, that 3970 with a full bath just makes it more likely that your dad will be able to travel with us, that your mom will be able, or that my mom will be able to travel with us.
She's my mom too.
Right. So I agree with you. I love the 4100, and it's about the same cost as the 3970, but I just think that the full bath in the back works better for the next couple of years.
So we're buying a Brinkley G3970.
Wow.
From somebody.
From some...
But we really don't know who.
There's so many, so put comments in the bottom. There it is. That's the 3970. Can I just ask this? After the debacle of 27 days with North Carolina DMV, can we try to buy local?
Please. Yeah. Oh.
So
we're going to do everything we can to buy inside of North Carolina. I am just saying I do not want to bring another vehicle into North Carolina right now.
from outside.
From outside of the state, I don't.
Well, thanks for watching this episode of RV Hunters International. Stay tuned for the next exciting episode where we talk about actually buying this thing and where we're going to go and who we're going to talk to and what great people we're going to meet. I have every confidence that this is going to be just getting to this was hard. I think making the decision on who to buy it from is going to be even just as hard because we've met so many great people and there's so many really great companies and dealerships out there. This is not getting any easier.
It is not.
Well, thanks for watching. If you want to see the results of episode 4, which we hadn't planned on how to actually where we're going to buy it from and what we're going to do, stay tuned. Hit the subscribe button and the like button. Other than that, thanks for watching. Thanks for joining us on this journey, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.